my wiring, you went into the hospital, I went into epilepsy. And bam, my wiring got fried. But it was every single time my vision got clearer and clearer and clearer. And I thought I was getting cosmically electrocuted. And then it stopped. But after that, my clarity here became great, but my capacity to feel any connection to ordinary life was diminishing. It was just diminishing. I was becoming a macro being while losing the micro. I didn't want to, but I knew it was happening. I knew it. And I thought, all right, I'll play along with this because I have no other place to go. And that's when I sensed that what I now call organic divinity was evolving. And I could see that I was taking notes on what I would call the biospiritual ecological theology, that all life breathes together. And I could see that God was law, that this universe is organized through the laws of God in an impersonal way. But what made it personal was prayer. What made it intimate. So it is impersonal and it is deeply intimate.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Caroline, for sharing that. Because I think, you know, the epilepsy, I can see how that's your kind of like, yeah, that's the awakening process in a different kind of iteration of it.
Well, it's called the mystics disorder.
Yeah, yeah.
And then it stopped when the wire.
To Teresa, didn't it? It brought you to Teresa, became your
guide. Teresa Avila.
Yeah, and actually, you know, I just share for a moment when I was studying your book, Entering the Castle, you know, your interpretation of her teachings, and also reading her material, I actually started to experience the paralysis that she experienced. I mean, it was phenomenal. It would have been terrifying if it hadn't been for the fact that I recognized the phenomenon, if you like. So Andrew, maybe we could come to you. You could share just a little bit of your journey of maybe, I don't know, a pivotal moment or a kind of dark night.
Well, for me, my dark night is the central experience of my life and the most terrifying and the most amazing. What happened was that I was the chief devotee of an Indian woman whom I worshipped as the Divine Mother, but who turned out to be power drunk and homophobic. And this shattered my whole life. She denied that she had tried to separate me from my partner. My life was plunged for 3 years into absolute horror. People threw bombs from my window, people spat at us in the streets. I was denounced as the Antichrist, which is wonderful to be denounced as the Antichrist. At least it was a high honor. And my husband nearly died of cancer, and my reputation was shredded, and I was humiliated. And it went on and on and on and on. What was absolutely amazing about the experience was that in the middle of the horror, I turned to the Divine Mother as Mary and opened my soul to her and begged her to protect me. And she did a series of what I can only call miracles. Her icons wept, rose, her rose filled the house. She organized us to escape from what seemed like impossible and terrifying conditions. And my dark night actually ended as classical dark nights do. And this is what you find if you read Teresa or St. John of the Cross or Rumi. My dark night ended with a vision of the Christ when my father was dying in a church in Coimbatore, which began Sacred Activism.